Hey guys, it's ST from Invest Gospel. I'm coming to you with another video, and I wanted to talk about how you can outsmart shortages. We've been hearing so much about shortages um, in our feeds, in on social media, and in the regular media as well. And I wanted to talk to you about some tips to outsmart shortages. I first wanted to start out with some encouragement for you. I want you to be sure that you are mentally and spiritually prepared to face these types of challenges. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is what is the correct mindset for you to actually be successful? So, I am a Christian, and I wanted to talk to you about Proverbs 30:24. And that verse says, "Four things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise." And verse 25 says, "Ants are creatures of little strength, yet they store up their food in the summer." So I wanted to just give you this uh, example of a dynamic of preparing because you're out of abundance of wisdom, and as opposed to preparing out of fear. Um, Prepping is about being wise and not scared. We prep because we don't want to be in a place of, I don't know what to do, or I don't know where the resources that I need are going to come from. That's why we prep. And there's so much fear that's out here in a lot of the videos that I've been seeing, that I just want you to know that you should not be prepping out of fear, because anytime you're doing an activity or you're doing anything besides running from something that's chasing you, or I'm not talking about healthy, natural fear of things that are dangerous or deadly. I'm talking about more of a fear based mindset. You should not prep out of fear because it is not going to yield the best results for you.
Okay, let's get into it. Tip number one on how to outsmart shortages. Number one is to enlarge your territory. So I know that depending on where you live, depending on where you're located, kind of determines the type of stores and the type of shopping that you will be available to you. So if you are in an area, and let's say I feel that I'm really blessed because I am in a I'm in a suburban area, very close to a metropolitan area, and that area I have a lot of shopping options that are available to me. I don't live that far from, I would say probably within a 15-mile radius. I have diverse things or diverse communities around, and I have the opportunity to go to either of the ones. So I do live in an area where I can go to stores that are in low income areas. I do live in an area where I can go to stores that are in high income areas as well. And I just kind of determine where I know I can find XYZ. Sometimes actually going to the lower income areas to stores there, I know that I'll be able to find, product A. And then going to the higher income areas, I know that I'll be able to find product B. And because I've been doing this for such a long time, I know this very, very, very well. So in larger territory, if your territory you're finding that things are waning or things are out or there are shortages in larger territory, because with this current environment that we are in, there are shortages, but there are not shortages across the board. There are not across the board shortages for many of the products. I've heard about some across the board shortages for a few things, but they're really, for the majority of things, there are not across the board shortages. And when I say that, I mean in every store, in every location, you can't find X. So enlarge your territory and scope out different areas and what is in those different areas for you to be able to find what you need. So it does take a little bit more time, a little bit more effort, a little bit more energy, but by exerting that time, effort, and energy, you will get what you so desire. The next tip is direct from farm. So definitely shop your farmers markets. If you have farmers markets that are in your area, definitely shop those. Also, with the vendors that are at the farmers markets, make sure that you get contact information. Make sure that you know where they are actually physically located, because they could have stores or a shop or something like that that's on their farm, and you can also visit the farm to get items that you need. But I'm telling you, in these days and times, people who are farmers are the actual heroes. And then also, I do another thing. I'm going to insert some video right here. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I also get from a direct from farm business. I make an order like once every 2 months. I spend about $250 and I get like organic products, steaks, roasts, ground beef as well from a supplier. They deliver it to my doorstep. I really, really enjoy the products that I get from them. The taste, the flavor is fantastic, and it really lasts like a 2 month period of time. So I'm actually coming up on the time where I will be making another order. They are in the state that I live in, and it is really wonderful. So look for those types of options as well. The next tip that I have in the video that I inserted, I do have a little clip of some fish, some frozen fish. So my next tip is hunting. Thankfully for our family, my husband got into hunting a couple of years ago, and he goes on hunting trips every year. So this year he also went on a fishing trip, which is where those fish came from that were in the clip. He caught, everybody in that group caught an abundance of fish, very delicious fish. So we've had some of those, and we still have some left over. He also goes deer hunting. He also goes turkey hunting as well, which that is coming up in the month of November. And last year he got a couple of deer. And it was just such a blessing. We have so much venison. I do enjoy venison. They make a lot of products with it. So, you know, once they get the deer, they take it to the butcher, and the butcher does different things with it. So there's a summer sausage, there's jerky, there's roast, there's like steak pieces, there's ground venison, there's all that stuff. So it is a great thing to have in your deep freezer, and it's a great thing for you to decide that you're going to, you know, prepare a dish, like a dish a month or something like that with your venison. I am really looking forward to my husband getting a turkey this year. I have not had fresh turkey, and I really, really, really want to experience that. I have had like a fresh pheasant before, and pheasant, if you've never had it, is delicious. It is so much more flavorful than chicken. It is just very delicious. So then the fourth tip I have is learning a new skill. So I started gardening in earnest last year. I'm going to insert a little clip here of when I was prepping my garden bed. And it was a fantastic experience for me because I planted a lot of different things. I did not get everything that I planted, but I learned a whole lot. And it was just an awesome experience. I wasn't able to do a garden again this year because we're in transition. We sold our previous house and we're in the process of purchasing a new house. So I wasn't able to do the garden this year, but I am really looking forward to doing my garden again next year. And in the fall and the winter, I'm really going to study up on canning and using a dehydrator. And I will be doing some of those activities as well as far as canning is concerned. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. So that is really the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I encourage you at the beginning of the video, please don't prep in fear, but prep in faith, because at the end of the day and the bottom line is God takes care of his children, and that is the biggest blessing of all. So please like and subscribe today. Take a look at some of my previous videos that I have on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.